Good evening. This is your man, Guardian Knight, coming again to all you drivers that are coming out of truck driving school. You know, I've been doing a various line of videos, and my main goal is to help you drivers that are coming out of truck driving schools um, tell you things that the truck driving schools not going to show you. Because again, when you get to the companies, everything that you learned in that trucking school, you can rest for sure it's going to be different when you get to your companies. And, you know, it's really sad um, how all the negative you hear about the trucking industry is, it ain't no fun. It's no joke. You know, to be real, to an extent that is true. If you one of them that you gotta be at home. And I say it again. In this line of work, you have to learn to be away from home. Okay. But like I said, you give yourself a period of how long you're going to be out of here doing this. All right. And like I said in my last video, give yourself minimum 9 years, the max 12. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because, again, the purpose you want to work on, the goal is this: to save your money, to buy your own truck. Okay. I say it again. I told y'all, and I'm going to repeat and repeat it. Don't lease a truck from a company. If your credit is good, go through the bank. If your credit is bad, save your money and buy your own truck. And then when you do that, buy your own authority. That way, again, you alleviate yourself from being that hooker. And I say that. In other words, you alleviate yourselves, simple English, being played by the company that you leased onto, or even getting a load through a broker. With that authority, you can become the broker. You can continue to drive on the road. You get your own loads. You know where they are, you know where the loads are, and you know exactly what it's paying. You getting paid what the brokers are getting. You getting paid what the companies that you leased onto is getting. Okay. You made your job easy. It's not as easy as I'm saying it is, but it's easier because now you are in control of everything, no matter how hard you got to work. The reward is what you reap in the end. You reap all the goods. Okay? You reap all the goods. Drivers, like I told you before, we all got to stick up for each other. Because when you look at it, the game, when you come out as a young driver, and I say this, is rigged. And I'm going to be real with y'all. It's to a point where it's fixed so that you fail. Okay? But in the meantime, while you're there, they're going to make money off of you. They are going to make money off of you. They're going to make money off of your services. All right? Drivers, when you making 26 cents a mile with that company, and I'm going to say this, just think of the money that the company is making off of you. And you know, here's the sad part. Here's the sad part. The sad part, the company make it seem like, well, you know, we gotta pay for all your insurance and all these this and that. Man, come on. Come on. When it's all said and done, they getting discounts on insurance because it's all grouped together. When they pay fuel, you know, it's funny that a small, like an independent company may pay $3.85 or almost $4 per gallon of diesel. But you get a big company, say like JB Hunt, Snyder, FedEx, UPS. These guys are not paying what a small company is paying. They try to tell you they are. No, they're not. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. No, they're not. You check it. You check and look. You check for yourself. You're gonna see that they're not paying what the small companies are. Now, the small companies, okay, they're getting ringed. They're getting ringed. But here's the thing. They still making money because you got to remember when they went up on the price of fuel, they had to go up on the freight rate. They had to compensate for what they spending in fuel. All right. And like I said, everybody is working against the little guy. Okay. The little guy is at, I got to say this, at Ma and Pa trucking outfit. But here's the thing. Still, that Ma and Pa got their own authority. Okay? They making the money to cover or to compensate for the fuel use. They make it. And here's something, you know, that I got to talk about. Okay? Now, I don't know how this come about, and I come across this last year. They come up with a deal where now you guys can't let your trucks idle. Now, I don't know if it's all over the United States or just certain states have did this. You know what I don't understand, okay? For years, trucks been idling for years. Why all of a sudden now that they trying to get you to not let your trucks idle? First of all, again, that's to work against you, discourage you, younger drivers coming out. Not only the old ones they discouraging, but they're discouraging the new drivers, those that are just starting the industry. Because, you know, first of all, I can't see sitting in a truck stop and it's 100 degrees outside and I can't idle my truck. All right. Now, you know what's sad? The companies automatically should have fought it. But here's the thing with that. It benefits the company. Why? Because it costs you to shut your truck down, which means you're not burning no fuel. I mean, they saving money. But here's the sad part. Your owner lives in this big mansion. Oh, yes, trust me. He's living in a big mansion, rolling around in a Lexus or a Beamer or a Mercedes or whatever. Okay? On a day that it might be 75 degrees outside, I can bet you this, and I'm willing to put my life on it. His AC is running full blast. But you sitting out there on the road in a truck stop with your truck off and it's like 95 degrees outside. Or even worse, it's 25 degrees outside. Okay? I don't understand that and why it is. But drivers, you know, like I said again, you guys, y'all going to need, and I say it again, need to stick together. Because when you look at it, everybody is against you, okay? And it ain't got nothing to do with a color thing. It ain't got nothing to do with a color thing. They are against you guys that haul freight. And here's the sad part, drivers, you guys got the cat by the tail, because I'll say it again, and I always have said this, without a truck, it don't go. There's a guy on YouTube made a statement. Oh, here they go talking about if the trucks don't haul it, it don't go. He's not too bright, because you got to remember, everything that's got to move by the truck, regardless of who's building it. Because before that stuff get built, you got to remember there's got to be raw material brought to that plant. And both parties do it. That's why I said these two groups can't fuss and feud with each other. The trains or the trucking industry. Why? Because they both move raw material. Now the train moves a lot of raw material, but you got to remember something. The train only can get it to a certain point. It has to be put on a truck in order to get to a factory where they can reproduce it and make it a finished product. End of story. So, that being said, drivers, you got this country by the BALLS. And I'm not going to say the word. That's just me. I'm not going to say the word. I let you say it. But you got them. You got them. And see, here's the thing, drivers. If the government hear the word boycott, strike, anything of that nature come out of a driver's mouth, you rest assured somehow they're going to break that up. They're not going to let you guys unite together. That's why they'll have a bunch of guys at each other's throat. You'll have the white guys and the black guys arguing with each other. Then here comes, you got the Mexicans. Then you got these other guys, these other races, and they all at each other's throat. The whole purpose of that is to keep you guys under wraps. That's to keep you under wraps. To keep you from coming together and doing this right here. Okay? As long as they can keep you like this, they got you. They got you right where they want you. And they'll hit you new guys quicker than they would the old guys. But see, they keep the old guys from getting up with the new guys. See, because the old guys can point and tell the new guys what they need to do. And being you guys are new at this industry, you literally gonna listen to that veteran, because you figure the veteran knows a lot more. That's what they don't want. But that being said, drivers, again, you guys going to need to stick together. Bottom line, you're going to have to stick together in this industry. The one thing is a blessing about being a truck driver is this. You get to see parts of a country that nobody else have never seen. I'm going to tell you guys something. You new guys, get your cameras ready. All I can tell you is it's a Kodak moment. From seeing various things that people do that's stupid. I'll give you an example. One night I was on my way up to Boston, Massachusetts. Never forget, crossing over the Delaware Bridge just before you get into New Jersey, where you come up to the cash box. That's what they call the toll booth. They call it the cash box. Okay? And I don't know what this man was doing, but for some reason, he must be trying to get out of paying the toll. And he lost control of his car. He was in a Camaro, a Z28. He hit one of those pillars as you coming in, and he went up like this. When we got there, he had traffic backed all up. Well, the lanes, they had to shut literally the whole section down to get him out of the from the booth. He went up to the roof, but he didn't go through the roof. And when they got to him, he was just like this. He was sitting there. You could see him sitting in the car, and he was looking up just like this. He's sitting there looking up like this, and the driver came by, and he's like, "Hey, y'all, it's a Kodak moment. Get your cameras out, take a picture of it." Because all the Smoky Bears were standing around this car looking up like, wow, what was this man thinking about? Now, here's a better one. Here's one that really leave you in a breathtaking moment. Okay, me and the driver was driving on the New York thoroughfare, no, New Jersey, coming through New York City. Because when you go through New York City, I usually go through there at night or early in the morning because you beat all the traffic. We haven't got through there around about, I say, must have been about, we got through New York City round about, it must have been about 4 o'clock in the morning. About 4 o'clock. We got through there, got across the GW Bridge, got over it, got through the Bronx and Mount Vernon and all that, and made it to Connecticut. Okay, about 5 o'clock, we made it up to Connecticut. We got almost right there by Bridgeport and Stamford and all that. Well, about right when the sun was coming up, we made it up into Rhode Island. And let me tell you something. I never seen this till that morning. It was the most breathtaking picture you ever want to see. The sun was just coming up. And man, I mean, it was so beautiful. Me and the driver, well, he had the camera. We stopped and took a picture of it. And I said, you know what? If you put it on the internet, I gave him my email address, but he probably forgot. Told him to send me some pictures of the sun coming up here. Drivers, I'm gonna tell you something. When you see that moment, that's when you're gonna say, wow. That's when you love your job. You're gonna say you love your job. There are moments when you're gonna see pictures like Aspen, Colorado. It's very beautiful. It's bad in the wintertime when you're going up there and it's snowing. It's a scary sight. But when it's not, it's a beautiful scene you ever want to see. Okay? The negative you hear about this industry, I'm going to tell y'all something. All I can say is it's got its good points and it's got its bad points. But I'm going to tell you, all in all, when you see those sights, that's what's going to make you want to be out there. The hardest part, I say it again, is to those that have family, that's married, got wife and kids. That's the hard part. To you youngsters, men and women that ain't married and don't got no kids, you guys enjoy it. Enjoy it. Have fun doing it. Because it's really, to be real with you, you hear all these folks complaining about how bad it is. This and that, this and that. Again, it's a blessing when you can have a job that you don't have your boss breathing over your neck. Okay? As long as you making your deliveries and your pickups, you will not hear from your fleet manager. You will not hear from your company. See, I know this can happen because I've done it. I'm living proof of it before I come off the road. I've done it. You drivers, don't listen to all the negative about this industry. Use your smarts. Stay ahead of the game. And I'm going to tell you something here. Do this too. don't come out here without a CB radio. I've heard new guys come out, oh man, I don't need a CB radio. Let me explain something to you. Not having a CB radio is like going to church without a Bible. How you gonna follow the minister if you don't have the book to read out of? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna do that? That CB is your lifeline. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And you ain't got to get on there and act stupid, act crazy, talk noise, talk junk, yada, 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 this and that. You use it to find information that you need to know about. Whether it be 10:30. I think that's a radio. I mean, that's a time check. Okay, you finding out by you trying to find a time. You want to know where the accidents are. Where the Smoky Bears are. You know, it comes in handy for that. And then at a point, directions. There's a lot of drivers can tell you where a place is. Okay. See, but again, not to get off the subject. Again, like I said before, that is one of my services that I do provide to you guys. Whether you want to use it or you don't. That's the service that I do provide. But that radio, that CB radio can save your life. Drivers, let me tell you something. You can get you you ain't got to buy big Galaxy radio and all this. Just get you a nice Cobra 29 Classic LTD. Get you one, you can get you one with a weather band on it, okay? To keep up on your weather. That's something also I have on my website that you can have on your that you can keep up with, okay? Drivers, a lot of things you can use that will help you in the long run out here in this industry. But remember this, always use your head. Stay on top of your game. Always. Don't listen to the negatives about the trucking industry. I say it again. The companies that you're going to constantly hear about, Warner, Snyder, US Express, CRST, CR England, USA Trucking, Pam Transport, Stevens Transport, Swift Transportation. All these companies, you're going to hear all the negative things about them. Like I told you in my last video, do yourself a favor. No matter what they do, stay with it. Stay with them. Why I say when you're stable, you get more privileges. When you become a bouncing driver, the privileges start to cut down when you go to another company. Because they're going to look at your track record. And they're going to see that, oh, this man or this woman been bouncing around from company to company. Drivers, I say this again. Stay with the company. Melt in with them. Because the longer you stay with them, the more privileges you're going to get. And the easier your time is going to go with them. Okay? And saying this, save your money to buy your own truck. Get your own authority and alleviate of leasing on with a company. Be your own boss. Don't listen to what other drivers tell you that you can't make no money out there. Don't listen to them. Don't be hoodwinked. Don't be bamboozled. Don't let them get you caught up in their trap. Do your homework while you out there, and just like I told you, in search for these things. Check it out. You see that I'm telling you the truth. And in the long run, I don't want no props that, hey, you did it. No, I didn't do it. You did it. But all I want to see y'all make it big. When I hear from you again, you be saying, hey Antonio, man, I got 7 trucks. Man, I don't even drive no more. You know, I got guys working for me. That is a blessing. But remember this. Always say this, and I'm not going biblical on you. You give God the honor and the praise for what you got. You give him the honor and the praise, no matter what, because he the one that blessed you with that. Now, drivers, I'll have a lot more videos on my website that you can come and listen to. But in the meantime, y'all keep doing what you're supposed to do. Do the right thing and help each other out. Stay up in the game. And I'll say this here. You keep on driving and hauling that freight. Make your money, support your family, or support yourself, to those that don't have family. But have fun. Remember that. Have fun doing it. They call me the one guardian knight. As they say on that Super Bowl channel. And I'll say this to you. Keep that high side up and that low side down. Again, they call me the one guardian knight. And we easing back quiet.